Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So, to begin, eye primer, as always. This one's actually been really hard to film because I kept closing out. But I now have my reference picture off to my side. So if you see my eyes flicking over, all I'm doing is looking at the picture. So how have you guys all been? This week has been crazy. I mean, this whole year has been crazy, but this week has definitely been crazy. Alright. Eye primer blended in. And the reason I recommend eye primer is it makes your eyeshadow stick better and it's easier to blend in. I'm only going to be using BH. So, one palette, many brushes. Oop. Don't want to forget this. Lifesaver there. Great. Nice big fluffy brush. And we're going in to a red. Tapping in. Gonna want a little more than that. And tapping down. And this look is going to be a little bit weird at first, but I promise it'll look cool. Yep. Okay. Gonna tap a little bit more on. Tapping in. This one's not going to be so much of a blending as it's a tapping and pressing. So make sure you have good brushes that you know won't hurt your eyes. I'm preferring, like my preference is synthetic. They work so much better for tapping in like this and tapping up. So I get the best color payoff that I want, and I can push it wherever I want. I haven't even told you guys who I'm doing. Well, I guess you've already read the title, so you know that I'm doing Pigment by Terry Art. Freaking love Pigment. Cutest little character. Oh. Right, switch to clean my brush. Sorry that it's a little dirty. I'm going into this bright orange right next to that red. Pretty much going to be using this whole row. So, tapping again. You don't ever want to be really hard with any of yours. Going right next to that red, and we're going tapping again. And you can tap over the red so it blends it in, and it creates that nice effect. So you want to like tap and press. Tap and press. See? Tapping in again. Tapping excess off my brush. I'm going more into the center. So is there any characters you guys want me to do? Or any characters you guys have seen on my Instagram that you want me to do videos for? Because I would love to do that. Some of these looks are so much fun to do, but some of them are crazy. Right. Swishing. And again, just simple. One of these little makeup brush cleaners. Best investment you're ever gonna get. Alright. Jumping over to the yellow. Tapping in. And I'm still using the same brush. Haven't switched brushes yet. Tell you guys when I switch brushes. And I'm just tapping that over. And going in again. Yellows do take a while to build up, so don't be surprised. Rather have a subtler yellow than you have to build up than a overly pigmented yellow. As you can see, nice little gradient because I tapped and blended them back and forth. Now I'm gonna do the inner corner of this eye. See? The crease is done over here, and the lid is done over here. And again, swishing the brush around. This is obviously the longest part of the whole thing. But it allows you to change your colors, and you don't have contamination. Tapping into the green right next to them. And tapping it down. And now we're going on the lid. And again, we're just tapping. You don't want anything too crazy. Just go tap, tap, tap. And with this, we're going into the crease above that red and tapping it in to make our crease over here. Can go back and build up color and pigment. I'm not satisfied. And switch. Skipping the blue-green and going right to the dark blue. Tapping it in. Tapping off excess. And going right next to the green. This would be a fun look to do if you wanted to go to a Pride festival when the world opens up again after this, or if you just wanted to rock a fun little look. It's also just a fun little tie-dye look for everybody's, or at least my favorite. Little inky pigmented boy. Building up the blue. Again, tapping and blending. Let's create those nice seams. So it looks like it just is ink glowing. And going into the crease over here and blending and tapping. You don't want to be swishing your brush. You just want to tap. And your eyes open or your eyes closed. I prefer doing it with my eyes closed because I can feel where my crease is better. Some people prefer to do it with their eyes open. Sometimes I go eyes open too, because it then allows me to feel where my brow bone is. Eyes closed gets me closer to where my socket is. I can really go in. Get that nice seamless position. One more color. One more swish. and to the purple. And again, don't feel like you need this palette to create this look. Do it with any palette you have. Inner corner with the purple, tapping in. And completing the crease. I always like to blow up my palettes before I close them, because otherwise the mirrors, if I have them, get really dirty. Alright. Same routine as always. Prime your face. Helps the foundation in that last longer and go on smoother. I like Tarte, or Becca's good. I have an allergy to silicone, so that's why I prefer these. Well, not really silicone, but dimethicone. So anything with those in it don't really work on my face. They just kind of break down. So sponges are the best for getting a natural look, but they're not the only way you can get good looks. So I'm going to show you guys, again, Tarte, how to get a flawless look with a brush. And a squirt and a half of my foundation. Taking a foundation brush. And then applying it, starting at the cheek and the nose. I load up both sides of my brush and just slowly start working it in. Paying close attention to the eyes. Just kind of feathering it out. And then have it on your hand. And now as you work it down. You'll see some people that'll put it on their lips. I'm not a big fan of that. I personally feel like that's just a waste of product, especially if you're gonna put like lipstick on. Like, why put on something that's going to cover that up? Or if you're gonna just wipe it away with like chapstick, you're just getting your brushes and everything dirty. And again, bring the rest of my product to put on. So you don't need a makeup sponge to put on your foundation. You can use a brush. A sponge gives you a more natural look. A brush gives you a more like flawless look. But it's all kind of how you do it. But really you just have to make sure you're blending everything out. Making sure every part of it is blended in. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. Sponges also take less time than a brush. Especially if you have to like really work it into your skin. And you never want to give yourself a line. No mask lines, please. They're just not worth it. see if I did a good job. I did a good job. Right? A little bit of concealer because everybody needs it. I'm using NARS. Dots. Highlight the nose and the forehead. And you can blend these out with brushes. Light tapping motions. Don't jab yourself, just tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Just want to conceal and hide and highlight your nose, highlight, and forehead. Highlight in a V. This will just brighten up the center of your face and pull light into your face. All you're doing. And not everybody likes doing it with a brush. I find doing it with a brush or a makeup sponge is fine. Some people swear only by brushes, some people swear only by sponges. Some even swear by like those little powder poofs. Personally, not a fan of those because I find fuzzes all over my face, and being a person who owns 2 cats, I already have enough fuzz on my face. I don't need to be adding more. Alright, favorite part? Blush. Bright pink, as always. Gentle taps. And tap it onto the face to bring life back. And remember, tap. And again, I like to hold where you hold your brush also gives you like different controls. I hold my brushes when I'm doing blush and bronzer. I don't contour, I bronze my face really close because it allows me to be a little bit more precise. But some people hold their brushes out because it then allows them to be more gentle. But I feel like I don't get enough precision then. But do what feels right to you. Makeup doesn't have rules, there's just theories. So do what feels right, play around, have fun. Like you'll see me breaking the theory. Like like you're not supposed to put shimmer in your crease. I do it all the time. It looks good. Right? Tapping this in, keeping it close to my hairline as always. Really working that in. So I want to just warm up my face. And then bring that right against my blush. My blush. Gosh, I can speak English today. I like that. Alright. That looks good. Time for pictures. Alright. Time to turn this day look into a cosplay look. And to do that, we're going to take a natural brush, some black, and add Pigment Spot, which really I've done pale before, so I did his, when I did his, I actually did it where I put down white, and let me tell you, that was a mistake. Do not put white down before you add black on your face. Unless of course you're doing body paint, in which case do your body paint first and then add your black pigment, your black shadow. Otherwise do your black shadow first and then add anything else you're gonna do. Because otherwise it's just going to stick, smear, and make everything gross and disgusting. Oh, so cute. Make it look natural and pinky. Which of course is so hard to do when you're just putting it off to the side of your face. Of course that's not all we're gonna add. Oh no. Because this would be a good ink look. Which of course stop here if you want to do an ink cosplay. Black shadow, I'm telling you. It's the worst. I mean, it's good, but it's the worst. It's so... The reason why I don't like natural brushes is because they are so hard on your shadows. They will have such kickback. And if you want your shadows to last, stay away from anything that has kickback. Alright. Time for a little liner brush. This is a eyeliner brush. It's slanted. We're going to dip back into the yellow and under one of our eyes. Doesn't really matter which. Or actually, we're going to go to the side of our eyes, not under. We're going to add a little star. And then we'll add some shines to it. Sorry if you guys can't see. It's like right off to the side of my face. And it is so hard to draw on the side of your face. So like, be careful when you do this. Because like, you could mess this up so bad. I'm swishing my brush and doing it where you guys can't see it this time. And then I'm dipping into the very lightest yellow to add some like highlight to that star so it's more visible. You can't see it. There we go. That's visible. Oh yeah, that's visible. Alright. And now, for the other side, draw another symbol. I'm doing the original artwork for Pigment, so that means I'm taking this blue and drawing a circle on the other side of my eye. It's just going to be a swoosh. I said swoosh. Doesn't want to swoosh for me. I get it to swoosh. Alright, there we go. I got a good swoosh. And then let's make them Pigment's eyes. Kind of looking out at the side. I'm going to take a little bit of that black and just go quick dot and dot. So I have another set of eyes on the side of my face. And with that, Pigment's look is done. So, till next time, guys. See ya.